Okay. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of MicroStudio. I'm your host, Garrin Bulani. We're going in on an official Restream live stream test. I've been doing this for the last couple weeks and a half. As you know, my name is Garrin Bulani. I want to welcome you all to GB3 Studios. Welcome. I am your virtual sales trainer, your live streamer. I'm out here pushing the limits when it comes to virtual professionalism and ensuring that we can leverage video to gain exposure, to get more leads, shorten sales cycles. So this is the first time I'm doing a Restream test where I have some guests on the show. We got about an hour. We're gonna go 9:30 to 10:30 because I know these two love to gab, just like myself. So we're all gonna be fighting over the mic today. We're gonna be having a lot of fun. I see them backstage. They're chilling out. They're drinking energy drink. He's got the 5-hour energy drink. I'll give him about 30 seconds for that thing to click in. And we got the Diet Coke and the Coke into the show. We got another special guest. We're gonna have 4 guests on the panel here today. One of them is not going to be hogging the mic, but she'll be visually appealing. So what we're trying to do is I'm evaluating what I'm doing. So obviously when you're coming into the virtual sales checklist or you're coming to MicroStudio, I got to do the virtual sales checklist. So it's imperative when we talk about lighting, audio, and visual. When I do live streaming and when I do this, it's not just opening up my laptop and getting this thing going. I'm planning the night before. I'm ensuring we're getting custom intros going in. I'm making sure that the camera's all placed properly because listen, this is your show. I am just the host, and to anyone that comes into GB3 Studios, I want to ensure that they're having a phenomenal experience. They're getting the quality content that they need. I emphasize live streaming is an amazing way to develop organic content at a fraction of the rate. You think about when we go into a panel of 4 when you do live streaming, sometimes it could be hard because when you get myself who hogs the mic all day long, but other people want to get their content done. This is why I do a lot of monologue. I did a live stream. It was about an hour and 15-minute live stream. I was able to extract 96 TikToks. Got to give a huge shout out before we introduce the stars of the show. We got Travis in the house, T-Lock. What it do, baby? What it do? A doctor. We got a doctor in the house from Ohio. Man, we going international on them. So I'm looking. We got millions of people. So the guests in the back room, I'm looking at y'all. We got 1.3 million watching this live stream. So don't be too stressed out, okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's GB3 Studios. We going real on it. So I know y'all here. And again, if somebody has a timer, every time I say so, I got to put some money into the jar because that's my filler word. So I got a huge. We're gonna do an introduction. I need y'all put your hands together because these 2 individuals are undercover live streamers, LinkedIn content creators, one of the best dynamic duo that I've seen. Please put your hands together for Daniel the Average Dude and Jenny Lenny. What's up?
I love it.
Put your hands together. I gotta get my pointer. What's going on, everybody? I love this.
Wow. Now that's an introduction.
That's what I'm talking about.
I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride, man.
Yeah.
I felt like I was kind of like famous.
Jenny, you're the fashionista of LinkedIn. That's what people are saying on the block. I do some research. I say, hey, what are you saying about these people? Why should I bring them on the show?
Yeah.
I love fashion, so I love the outfit that you're going on. We'll dive into what outfit you guys, both of y'all, got going in because I know both of y'all came virtually professional for me. No pajama pants, although you can get away with that in the virtual world. So thank you both for being on the show. I wanted to bring you both on the show because I've watched a lot of your live streaming. You're 2 individuals who just dove into live streaming, and very funny and very very organic, right? There's live stream. Typically, what happens with live streaming is you have an industry expert in something, and then you have a curious guest. Yeah. And then the curious guest is constantly asking the industry expert what's going on. So what I enjoyed about both of your streams is just sometimes, you just talk about weird stuff and things go around. So I wanted to have you all on the show. So talk to me nice.
This is fantastic, man. We appreciate, the cool thing about LinkedIn, I've seen Garrin on here. He's the coolest guy on LinkedIn, I think. But seeing somebody that's got these other skill sets and different types of skill sets. I mean, his production studio is amazing. And that's going to help us moving forward. So we really appreciate you allowing us to be on the show and combining forces here, Garrin.
Yeah. So we gotta, we gotta give a huge shout out to Restream. You stream, I stream. We all stream for Restream. If you want to simplify restreaming, Restream's the place to do it. Great. I've been doing stream for a while. I've used a lot of different platforms. I feel Restream is the highest quality platform that's simplistic. And for people who are trying to enter into live streaming, how easy is it? How easy was it for you two to come into GB3 Studios? Because the way I send out my invites is very unique. It's different. So was it an enjoyable experience for you to come into GB3 Studios when we did sound check and everything? How was that for you two?
So let me back up a little bit. So as we were getting into doing this live stream, it was something that I wanted to do, Garrin, and I thought it was just too technically over my head, right? But then we kind of tiptoed into it, towed the water, and that's how we got into it. Now we're seeing, what all is possible, and so that's exciting. But I love it. I mean, I think it's got a lot of bells and whistles, and it's something that Jenny and I have both talked about, something that we wanted to kind of add to our show to put a little, style to it.
Especially Jenny, style.
Jenny, Wenny, talk nice to me. How was the experience with you coming in? Because I know technology can be scary if you don't have the proper training and the proper guidance. So how was it for you?
I'm not scared of technology. Daniel knows that. I sit there even when we're behind the scenes doing our own thing. I'm like, now, Daniel, look, we could do this. And I start throwing stuff up, doing this, and he's like, oh, okay.
I'm like, Jenny, you're going to break it.
He's like, stop doing that, but I'll put together, I'm not scared of it. I'm not afraid of technology. Let's do it.
That's good. I think, and if anybody's scared of technology right now, I just want to let y'all know it's not going anywhere. Okay. It's going to be here for a while. So if you don't jump on it now, I can only imagine how terrified you're going to be in the next 2-3 years, because I'm telling you, technology moves quick, and it's imperative that we can't ignore it. So don't be scared of it. So I'm glad you're not scared.
And I always say, usually it can be fixed. Okay, so at least try. Just try. Hey, that was Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa,
hey,
what's up? I'm Melissa. Let's do this thing. So I'm looking through the guests. You got this thing popping. We got a lot of guests in here and stuff like that. So obviously we can do networking events. I'm a remote producer, and I've actually done some hosting. I've done some award shows. Like I said, it's your show. I'm just the host. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So when I'm doing it from StreamYard, it's only going to LinkedIn, and this particular stream, Garrin, is going to multiple different channels, correct?
Definitely. And the fact that you said another word besides Restream, we don't talk about any other stream in this. I got to kick you out for that. You get time out. You can't be saying other companies when I'm being sponsored by another company. There we go. I'm just kidding. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was talking about how this one is down here. This one, where we're at now, it's the level up.
Say, the former.
Yeah,
honestly,
the other performers.
I enjoyed, and I'm not saying it because it's what you use. But to me, it was a simpler process. I'm just saying.
Good. Yeah. I'm just teasing her. StreamYard is a very good company.
Throw them out again.
Yeah. I gotta go. I said the wrong.
He said it. Oh
no. Hey, now this is what we're
got y'all's attention.
Yeah.
He's out. Okay. Hey, Melissa. Yep. The average dude is in time out. Yes.
I know. We got this. And we got Jamal in the house. Thank you so much, Jamal. I appreciate Jamal, what he does for the platform, and just as far as he does pop-up live streaming. I finally caught one of his pop-up live streams last night. He's as much as I love the production, and I'm very emphasis on quality, I appreciate individuals who just go on to live stream and just don't give a shit, right? Because there's a fear of doing live streaming, especially in the world we're in. You say one wrong thing, see you later, right? You get one of these. You get a quick.
Yeah.
But now when it's my show, I can say what I want. Welcome to GB3 Studios. You know what I mean? This is why I do live streaming. So I appreciate anybody else that does that too. So, I mean, hey.
Let me ask you a question.
Please.
Not you, Daniel.
Oh.
No. So, when you started doing this, were you nervous? Did you ever get nervous?
Well, you know what I did actually for live streaming? Very much like what a Jamal does, because this is what people think when they start out, that they're going to go live and they're going to have thousands of people watching them. You're not. In reality, you're gonna have your mom. Hopefully, Daniel, if your mom's out there, hello.
Hey, Mom.
Your son's on TV. Your son's on the biggest live streaming platform on LinkedIn. And
that's what's up.
Yeah. Well, so I did it, but what I did actually when I do live streaming, I didn't even talk to the audience. I learned. I was teaching myself the transitions, the maneuvers, the ability to actually produce and conduct a live stream opposed to trying to host a stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what took me, I guess, maybe the little bit of the anxiety away from me. But I've been making videos for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
All of my content, everything's been on LinkedIn. So I'm very comfortable in front of the camera because I've been doing this for a long time. And, you know, as far as public speaking and presentation skills, I've been an outside sales executive for over a decade. I've done door-to-door selling. So the concept of presenting. And even when I was in university, I always got asked to be in the SMART group. I had no idea why. I was a 2.0 student. And I put in the report. Every time I do my section of the report, I'd send it in and then I'd see the revision version and it was not my words. So I'm like, oh man, sorry, y'all. Yeah. So I'm not a writer, but anytime you want me to talk and present and explain something, I was that person. So anytime there's a presentation during university, I was that individual. So this is just another walk in the park for myself. But I want to empower and show everybody the power of being able to do live streaming and the capabilities of it, and just do it. Just do it, baby. So,
when you started and you just did it, you said like you didn't engage with the audience. You weren't. You were just kind of like doing a behind the scenes learning and just let people watch it.
Engage with the audience. There's maybe 2-3 people on there, and I'd say, "What's up, to them? How's it going?" Yeah, you're right. It is an audience. I would let them know, hey, I'm just testing stuff out. And it was disastrous. There was a lot. That's the thing, is what's a beautiful thing about LinkedIn is once you post something, it's gone the next day. So over, a couple of months, if you want to scroll down through my LinkedIn page, you'll see some really bad live streams. But you do it, and it's just like anything, right? You do it enough times, you start to get more comfortable with it. You start to switch things, but not being afraid to address your errors. Every time I do live streaming, I watch my game film after. And sometimes it drives me. Yeah. So I evaluate myself and I watch, hey, I should have maybe done a transition better here. I was on the mute button for the last 5 minutes. Shit, G, make sure you're not on the mute button. All that kind of fun stuff. So I enjoy it.
I think it's important too to try and, once you get comfortable, I think like last week, Jenny and I talked about it. We were comfortable, but once you get comfortable, it's time to get uncomfortable again, I mean, and so that doing this, it kind of threw me off my kind of cadence, but that's great because I know that this is a learning process.
Daniel is a creature of habit. He likes the same
Well, I like to keep it simple, but
you like to branch out, but you like to be in familiar territory as far as like,
well, like I say, the technology was overwhelming. So it's like, okay, if I keep it simple, then my mind doesn't have to worry about that. I can focus on my content.
Yeah.
But that being said, there is a fine line between, not being afraid to put out something that's not perfect and also producing a quality product, right?
Yep. So and this is the thing is where I guess I may be not able to relate with my audience, and I wish I could, because people sometimes when they see GB3 Studios, they get intimidated. They're like, oh man, he has all this stuff, I can't be like that. When in reality, everything I've made over the last 2 years, I would just reinvest in myself. So I started with a $50 webcam from Costco 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and this is the thing is I'm just ahead of everybody, and it's not mean people miss the boat, right? We got plenty of time to be able to establish yourself as a live streamer or content creator. However, because I was outside sales executive, I wasn't able to go into offices, and I wasn't able to use my charisma and my energy to really establish that sense. People buy off emotions and not logic, right? And Daniel, you're an outside sales executive, right? You understand going into an office and being able to get people excited. For me, it was paper shredding. It wasn't a sexy selling item. It's like, hey, put the paper in the bin and we'll shred the shit out of it. And your information is going to be secure. But I wasn't able to do that. So I embraced video, and I was actually winning deals because video, wow, this is in the back end. It's like, man, your webcam is good. Your audio sounds good. What are you doing?
In the first 3 quarters or something?
It was, yes, up in Canada and everything. I was always in the top percentile as far as outside sales executive, and being in such a remote location of Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is a very small metropolitan province or an area just as far as population goes. Mm-hmm. So I took great pride in that, but I was never the guy to get the awards and all that stuff, because when you're going up against people in Chicago and New York and all these bigger areas, there's limitations, but I'm not using an excuse. I got some trophies up there and I'm very proud of.
So what were you selling? What were you selling, Garrin? Did I miss that? What was
I did? Product? Yeah. So, okay, my whole sales career, I did 8 years of door-to-door sales. So I did door-to-door. I sold home security, home automation. So I was the annoying door-to-door guy.
Yeah. I bet you were good at that, though.
I loved it. And it's crazy because I crave actually going to knock doors and cold calling. And that's why I'm excited about MicroStudio now, because I'm going to go cold call with MicroStudio. It's a very unique skill. I loved university. University was very fun for me as far as establishing structure, group work, networking, phenomenal. As far as hard skills and being able to pick up the phone and talk to a complete stranger, being able to reach out to people, being able to bring emphasis on a topic that maybe, there's not a lot of people who are sitting at their house like, man, I wish the security guy would knock on my door and sell me a security system. Right.
That's
so
what
being
I was
able
just
to
thinking, actually. Ooh, I wish.
Yeah. So I've had 8 years to being able to establish within a 15 to 30 second time frame, I can create some sort of interest, enough interest to get me another 5 seconds. And then within that 5 seconds, another interest. So been very grateful for that. And then I went into corporate sales for 5 years, did paper shredding. That was really fun. However, I'm not a corporate guy. If you've seen my content and some of the stuff I do, you could probably understand why I'm an HR nightmare. And I just sometimes I shoot from the hip sometimes. Yeah, I just do stuff because I can. It's my show. It's my page.
You're having a good time there, Garrett.
This is what people don't understand. I'm a remote producer, and this is a studio. If you think about video, Rockefeller Records, Def Jam, all of these places, you go into those studios, there's stuff that happens in there. So, I'm trying to simulate that as much as possible. But everything, listen, I know you're all in Southern Carolinas, but everything up in Canada, up at GB3 Studio is legal. I ain't doing no trippy stuff, but there's different legal stuff. So, anyways, see how I like to hug the mic, folks. I want to give a quick shout out to the crowd, and then I want to learn more about you two and why you guys got into live streaming. So we got Jason Marlowe. He was actually over on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? I don't know if people came. So I'm going live streaming on the Instagram. So if you want to check out Garrin Bulani live streaming, you can see.
I want to know about how that works out.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We got a bunch of people. We got the doctor in the house. We got Billy. What's Billy saying? What are we saying? He's been practicing live streaming and do another one today within the hour.
Oh,
Billy,
nice.
please. Cool. We got live streamers. We're motivating people. This is what we like to do. And of course, door to door. Listen. Door-to-door people get paid a shit. Listen, I'm telling you, there's a reason why door-to-door people make a shitload of money, because nobody wants to do it. And if you can do it, dang.
Yes.
There's something about getting in front of somebody. If I could just get in front of them and talk to them.
I just need let me smile at them. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Got them.
And just bless their little hearts. And then they say, I want a security system. And I'm like,
thank you. So, and you know what? I'm just trying to protect people, make them feel secure in their own home.
I know.
Hey, Garrin, I got a question. During your time doing door-to-door sales, do you have any rejection that was just like, I know you got some stories. You walked up on some strange situations, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. And this is kind of another thing that I really am thankful for door-to-door selling, because I don't give a shit if somebody tells me no. And this goes into life. Goes outside of sales. I go up to a beautiful lady, say, what's up? Hey, I like you. And I get rejected. I'm like, all right, next person. Right. And that's next door.
That's a good skill.
Yeah, dude. And there's a lot of people that don't like door-to-door
conversation. Let y'all just collaborate here.
Okay.
You're right there in the middle, Jenny.
All right, Jenny's out here. We got her out. All right, see ya. I'm just kidding, Jenny. We'll bring you back. No worries. We need you in here. But listen, there's a lot of people don't like door-to-door selling. I've had a couple of dog tacks. I've had some weapons pulled on me before. I have so many stories in 8 years of selling. I was a traveling sales rep. So if we think about videos and, back in the day where there's that dude with the briefcase in his car and he's going, every single small town. I was that guy. I was with my best friends from university, and we would get jam-packed in a car. We would do hotel rooms, and we can only afford the 2 twin bed rooms, and there'd be 4 of us. So I bunked up with a lot of the homies for a lot of while. So it was fun. And if I could do it over again, I would.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, now, so you were traveling and doing door-to-door sales, and it was like a caravan of salespeople.
There was a time in the summer where we were following the fair, and we were young. We're young university people. So, of course, we worked 6 days a week. Saturday night, we turn it up. And we would follow the fair. There was probably 5 weekends in a row where we would follow the fair, and we would play the games. We do all the rides. And there was a point where we mastered a game to where the last weekend we went to it was kind of the bottle, hold up the Corona balls to get it. And we had one guy who's so good at it. I don't know why he was good at it, but we went to him again. We want a wee off the guy. We want all those big animals.
Oh, no. You weren't allowed.
Well, we cleaned him out. And then we went. We were 11 out of 10 wasted. Like, it was the perfect time to get our money back. And we went up to him. We're ready to play. He wouldn't let us play. But it would have been the perfect time because we were smashed. Hey, so we took our money. We went to a different game. And we lost it all there. So I got a lot of story. We only have an hour, and we're ripping through this. Like I said, this is your show. I'm just the host. We got enough about me. Talk nice to me about you two. What got you two into live streaming? What prompted you to do a live stream, and what made you both feel that you two, because cousins, family related. Tell the crowd about that, and then what maybe prompt you two to go into live streaming.
Yeah, so I'll take that one. I have a podcast, and that podcast was called Conversations with the Average Dude. Garrin, I need you up here so I can look at you. Jenny already knows.
Okay, baby, no problem. Okay. All right, I just wanted to give you all the full screen. Real estate's tough here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, we can do this is all three of us, but no, I like the energy that comes from this. I mean, what else can you do where it's 3, 2, 1, the heart rate goes up and you're on, and that's kind of my personality. I like to get the heart rate up. So I started this deal and asked Jenny to come on because I know that she had good energy. And like Michael Cogdell says, man, the video camera and the microphone eat energy. And that's the truth. So you got to really bring it just to be like normal. But so then Jenny came on, I enjoyed it. And then I had a guest coming on the next week. That guest unfortunately got sick. I said, Jenny, I think it's meant to be me and you. Are you in? Let's do this thing. So, and it's been fun, man. I really, this is my favorite time of the week. And it's something that I look forward to. And like I say, gets the energy up and just the creative side and where are we going? What are we doing next? We want to go on the road, man. We want to interview people on the street and interact with people,
It's time to go grab your MicroStudio. Come on now. Podcast in a bag. That's all y'all
need.
Well, see, and that's Daniel. I mean, he started off doing this podcast. That was great. And then he did this. You know what I wish? Oh, look.
Oh, it's a backpack.
It's almost like a jetpack. He's like,
Is your content creator
don't use that as a parachute.
Oh yeah, we going to space in this bad boy for sure. We are.
But I wish I had more of a I just never really used. Daniel was big on LinkedIn as his platform, and I've never really been big on LinkedIn as my platform. So I feel like I don't utilize things like I'm big Instagram.
Perfect.
So that's what I'm thinking. It's like that interests me when you said, "Oh, I'm streaming this to Instagram," because I want to know how going that route.
Yeah. Well, should we bring Instagram into the frame? Let's do it. Hang on. All right.
Oh man.
Instagram. What's going on, Instagram? So hey everybody, this is Instagram. We're going live right now. We're litty. We got 2 million on Instagram right now. So I just have it on like a little general tripod. And then I just click the live button. We got a bunch of people. I got to wave to some of these people. What's up? What's up? What's up? And just as far as creating more of a dynamic and reach, we talk about live streaming, any opportunity. And this is why I love restreaming, because I'm restreaming to all of my platforms. The average dude, there ain't nothing average about you, but we got all of your streaming platforms. So you want to talk about growth and just being able to tap into different networks. This is the way to do it. So I just click the little live button. I put it on the tripod. If they want the exclusive show, they got to come into LinkedIn though, so they get backstage with this.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Now that backpack.
So Jenny, you got to go live right now. Go grab your phone. Let's go live on this thing. Your people want to see you on Instagram.
They do.
Oh, you're scared. Of course.
Yeah, I am scared. Listen, it took me forever to do reels. Okay. And then there was a marketing person. She reached out and she said, "Do it." And literally, I said, "Okay, I'm gonna." And I did it. And then she critiqued me. She said, "Don't hold your phone up while you're doing it. What I mean? We don't need to see you in the mirror." And so I bought. I was like, "Okay, listen." I can't even tell you, sales have gone
through the roof. Right. And that's the thing. People they think when they're going live that the audience is watching like, oh, wow, this and that and critiquing.
Oh,
and there is etiquette. And I emphasize this too. There is virtual professionalism that I want to emphasize. However, once you start going live, it's just the exposure, right? They just want to see the authentic Jenny Wendy. She's like, oh, it's just Jenny being Jenny. That's all it is. Right. Then
you're right, though. But let me ask you this. I have yet to go live. Okay. Like even doing, because I have a brick and mortar store. Okay.
Yeah.
I've yet to go live, like showcasing anything, because you know what I'm afraid of?
What?
One person being on there. And they're like,
oh yeah. Listen, like, I get one people on here all the time. I don't do it for the fans. I do it for me. I do it for my business. What are you talking about? You should, what I mean? If the fans want to join in. Yeah, I mean, if you do, it's there. That's the thing is when you do the live, and the thing is the reason why there's one person is just because they don't know Jenny when he's going live, and they don't know when you're going live. So if you do, hey, every 8:30, every day I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk nice to y'all and give you my outfit of the day. And it's going to be a 15-minute live. And it gives you an opportunity to answer questions for you. Because when they come in, they'll be like, hey, how can I get that very nice blouse? Oh, blah, blah, blah. You do this. You come into the store. I got it for you. What sizes do they come in?
Oh, that's
they
awesome.
come in small. Answer questions. And that's what live streaming is. It gives you the accessibility where I can go straight to the source. I can go straight to the star, and I can ask the questions that you're probably going to get in an email or generalized questions as a whole. And even content creation too. Just hop on there. But hey, I get a lot of questions about how to match my pants with my shirt. So I'm going to tell you what you can do.
Yeah. I like that idea though, Jenny. If you're trying on outfits, you're live and people are asking you questions.
I do like that.
Yeah.
See,
it
look,
interactive.
Jason got it. Jason
gets
it.
I saw
Might be
that.
only one.
When Jason said that, I thought, yep, he's right.
And you can establish that. You can repurpose that content, right? Send that to your remote producer, your marketer. They chop it up for you, and then they redistribute it for you.
I would do it to myself since I'm my own marketer. And
okay, yeah. Send it to your marketing department, and then you market the shit out of that thing.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I mean,
yes, sir.
What about you? Do you like LinkedIn? What have you found most beneficial as you started your live? Do you know exposure? Do you find you're getting more deals on LinkedIn, or what maybe the result of going live streaming has made some benefits for you? If there has, and maybe there hasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's another form of communication. I mean, if we're in sales, we're in communication. And so it's helped me with public speaking. It's helped me when I'm making phone calls. It helps me all over the place because again, there's a little bit more pressure. It's a different feeling. And I think anytime I get a chance to communicate in a different way and try to learn to be effective in that new environment, I think that's a good practice, right? So I think my skills have improved, maybe increase in confidence. And I would say being able to think on your feet, not having going where you're going, man, So I think that all of those things, and just fun, Garrin, at the end of the day, I'm not even about the listeners that it's a lot of fun to do,
We're just here to dance. Yeah. It is fun to do. And I think about this, especially on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is anybody's personal brand. I got let go. Well, the biggest rift of me when I was in corporate is because I was building my LinkedIn profile as my professional brand, that I had executives and senior leadership get mad at me because they thought that I was doing all of my LinkedIn stuff during working hours. When in reality, I was working on weekends. I was working outside of working hours, but this is corporate, the perception. It's perceived that you're not doing it, but it's just dumb. And if you're with a company and they put that pressure on you, you need to work on your professional brand, because guess what, Daniel, average guy, there's going to be a point in your life where you want to do a career switch, or you're going to want to do something else with your life. And guess what people, when they come to you, say, hey, Garrin, what have you done over the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Go check out my LinkedIn. It's all there. Go check it out. And now they can see how I talk, how I act outside of the corporate world, right? So they can see that stuff. And I'm okay with letting them see that because, hey, they talk about authenticity and all this stuff. Hey, this is what I do. I understand when I come on to shows like this, like I ain't going to light one up when we on a show like this, right? We'll be like, if it's GB3 Studios and we kicking it on a certain show segment, I'm gonna have some fun with that kind of stuff. So there's different segments and being able to bring out authenticity, but bringing yourself out, but it's giving people an idea of who it's like to work with Daniel if that time comes, or even your clients too, right? Long-term longevity and stuff. Yeah,
that was what I was actually about to ask you is, because I've asked Daniel this before because I'm really not as familiar with LinkedIn. I mean, I'm just not. But I was like, your profile or whatever, is it Daniel? Is it the average dude? Does he focus on what he does for a living? Does he focus on Jenny Winnie and the average dude? You know what I'm saying? Or do you just market yourself as a whole?
That depends what the outcome is. If you have somebody who's, for me, I knew I wasn't going to be at Shreddit for the rest of my life. So I didn't want to brand myself to be at Shreddit. There's people who are lifelong career individuals who are going to be in their profession and they know they want to be in their profession. So if they know that, maybe brand themselves like that. But I mean, can we do a little switch over here? Let's, hang on. Let me,
freshen it up a bit.
Hang on. No, not freshen up, but I have your page up here, Daniel, and I want to see if we can do
oh no!
Quick screen display. Well, let me switch.
Don't bring my page up because I don't do anything online. So.
No worries. Let's see if we can do this. I'm just trying to. I didn't set up my hot buttons here. Whoop. Oh, the screen display is on here. Do some filler time while I produce here. Talk to me. Tell me a story while I bring your. You know what, Daniel, what do you do on your page before you bring it up? Do you brand it as yourself, or what's kind of your strategy?
You know, I just talk about the things that are on my mind and things that are going on in my life. And so there we are. But you know, I do it as the average dude and kind of the life of the average dude and things, again, just what's happening in my life. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's perfect. And this is what I mean. I love your featured section, how you have your live streams on there, because this is what people do when they come onto a page. They're going to see the very first thing is what they're going to see is the featured section. And I love that you guys, I want to get cutouts. I love that you guys both have cutouts of yourself. That's so, that's so funny.
Mine's Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. But then we got but even, and I like, you got the trophies on here. Like this is, I'm about this page too. But the thing is,
no, don't be about that page. That page is, I don't.
No. We'll bump it up. Don't worry.
There's nothing on there.
It's okay. It's not, no, there's stuff on there, but you just started, right? This is the thing. Is everyone, there's nothing on there, this and that. Listen, you just started. Relax. Don't be so hard on yourself.
That's what I don't know. That's why I was asking that, because like I said, I own a business, brick and mortar. I wrote a children's book with my daughter. And so I'm like, okay, we do that. Then I'm like, okay. And then I do some writing on the side, like for blogs. And so I'm like, you see what I mean? It's like, do I say, we do a page of just Jenny Winnie and the average dude? Or is it just about the book?
I would do a business page of your live. I would create a business page and then your live streams on there. So have your business page as Jenny Winnie and the average dude live show, and then have that business page repost all of your live streaming. And then for yourself, Jenny, I mean, it depends what's important for you at the time and gathering an audience. I don't know. There's not a lot of fashionistas on LinkedIn. So I know there's room for somebody to come on. No, that's going to come in there and say, hey, and there's a lot of people in the South Carolina area and stuff. Do you do online sales? Do you ship stuff?
That's the thing. Yeah. That's where I'm working on that, because it's like, you know, I think you actually said, I think maybe it's in your about, I don't know, you said it somewhere, but anyway, that is, if you're not getting on board with the virtual, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah. And you should do a live show every single week on your Instagram. Say, hey, these are maybe what's on sale. I don't know, last items. I don't know. It's a boutique, right? So it's very strategic. It's not just you don't get anything. It's not run of the mill stuff, right?
No, and that's the thing. That's why it's hard sometimes for a website, because usually a website, you know, they have stuff sitting in a warehouse and they can ship it out. With a boutique, you're like specialized, high end, certain things. You know,
there is Euphora, is the company called Euphora. They're in Regina here. It's my high school coach's wife. Same thing, a boutique. She has about 4 stores across the province. I'll get that name for you and I'll send you the Instagram, because she's heavy on Instagram too. And again, that would be a good person or a good company to resemble what you want to do.
Yeah, I do.
And that's another thing too. If anybody out in the crowd, if you're wanting to find your brand and what purpose you're trying to do, look at what your competitors are doing. Right. As a sales professional and a speaker, I look at the Grant Cardones, I look at all, the Jordan Belforts and the Tony Robbins. I just look at their page style and how they're pushing stuff out, Gary Vee, of course, and stuff. And then it's like, I kind of like that style of it. And I like that style of it. And I'm going to squish it in to make it my own brand. So utilize your competitors and just like-minded individuals as your branding source, because you're going to find out what's working for them and then incorporate it into your professional brand.
And then I've even like you're saying, whoever, you have locally, but I also do it. I keep in touch with them. I'll say, listen, this brand, don't miss out on it.
Yeah.
We compare notes like that, or, you really need to try to do this or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. My 2 cents on finding what it's all about is just start doing things. Just start posting whatever comes up and kind of figure it out. I always talk about the guy the sculptor, he has a block of ice and he starts working on it. I'm not an artist, but you start working on it enough, it starts to look like something, right?
Yeah. And worst case, it'll just look like a smaller ice cube, right? But you're doing something on it.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I've started kind of sharing my reels that I post,
Oh yeah. I saw your little page you did on LinkedIn with your kind of
and then like my daughter, she has a great following on TikTok. And so she started talking about our book, and so I posted that on there just to show people, I'm just looking.
Now, what do you post on Instagram, Jenny? I mean, do you post?
I post all the time on Instagram.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that not the same type of idea? You're just posting entertainment type stuff, whatever comes up.
There we go. Look at Jenny Wenny, the superstar. Talk nice to me. What is this? Okay, let me see. Talk nice to me, these outfits.
Okay, see, this is a trunk show. And I mean, this is a
Okay.
high-end. Oh, I love this.
Ooh,
this is
the flare pants. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can't really tell, but they're polka dot. So that's why I'm saying, hey, polka dots can be versatile. You can wear it with stripes. You can wear it with solids. Look, I'm about to throw something else with it.
Yeah, let's see.
See? Oh, yep. Boom. Hello. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen. Y'all, I'm telling you, fashionista of LinkedIn, ain't nobody's doing it like Jenny Wenny.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I'm even learning some new transitions. But see, I'll tell you what, it's just, I don't know. I'm trying.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. You do enough of those, and you'll be able to start. I mean,
let me tell you something, Garrin. Do those. I go down, I record them, I sit there and I edit them, and I do this and that and that. And literally, I told Daniel, I cannot believe people are constantly, where can I buy? Do you ship? Where are you online? What's your website? We have people now calling the store, placing orders, and I need to cut that out. I need to do the website. I need instant gratification in the middle of the night, passive income.
Yeah, wake up with more money in the bank. And the reason I do a quick segment shift, because there's a reason why I brought both of you on here, and it's not because you're funny and you both are engaging, you have a live show. I put a huge emphasis on bringing quality, and I've been restricting myself to bring people onto the show because there's not a lot of people that can bring the quality that I'm wanting. However, sweet baby Juno saw you two, and then she has her little in LinkedIn, and she looked it up, and she saw that you both are from Spartanburg. Her favorite college team is the Woodford Terriers. She's a huge fan of the Woodford Terriers. Yeah, so I said these. And she was asking me, she wants to come on the show because she just loves the Woodford Terriers. When they were in the NCAA March Madness, it was her favorite team. So, can we get a round of applause for baby Juno? For baby Juno in the house. What's up, baby? Yeah, she's just sleepy. She's kind of camera shy, but she wanted to come on because she's a huge Woodford Terriers fan. So I wanted to bring her on the show. So that's why I really brought you.
You might like to know that we have, our dads are both alumni from.
They hear that, Juno? Alumni, Woodford Terriers.
Now Juno's bringing the energy. That's what we're talking about.
That is that is some energy.
It's a hard life.
Look, me and Juno have the same eyes.
She chills out. So she's my little office manager. So she hangs out with me and she has a good time. So she's just.
I mean, I just want to feel like that. I mean, that is just perfect.
That's called relax, stress free.
It's a life. I know it's a life to live.
Cover me up. Cover me up.
I'm a sucker for taking care of her too. She's my little queen. So anything she needs, I gotta make sure she's coming. She's 4. No, yeah, she's turning 5. So I've worked remotely for 6 years, and she's been with me the whole time. So that's another thing too. It's kind of interesting because I'm actually having to go out and I'm having to go do speeches and trainings and everything. But I got to bring sweet baby Juno with me because she's been rocking with me for the last 5 years. I can't just leave her at home. And so, yeah, that's Juno.
And Jason Marlowe on here asked,
oh yeah, sorry, I'm not even watching the show. Where y'all from? Sound local to me. Carolinas, Spartanburg. Go Terriers.
Upstate South Carolina, in between Charlotte and Atlanta.
I'm a Tar Heels fan. I know.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
I know.
Very good.
I know. It's kind of easy to be a Tar Heels fan, right? They're always good on basketball guy and stuff like that. But we always cheer for the Woodford Terriers when they're.
It's Duke, and I mean, if you say Duke.
Yeah, you said the wrong word. See ya. All right, let's take over here. It's just Juno in the middle, baby. Come on. I'm just kidding. All right, we'll bring her back. All right, timeout's over.
There you go. That's the way to punish her.
I have a question.
Give the timeout.
Because I kind of know Daniel with you, but are you, Garrin, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
What do you think I am?
I would see now. People think that the same thing. They think I'm an extrovert. I would say you're an extrovert.
Listen,
but
go Heels. Yeah, I'm an extreme extrovert. I am. I love entertaining. I love educating. I love bringing. I love bringing light to people, making people laugh, enjoyable. So I'm an extreme extrovert. I do get energized with it.
And you get into the technology side of things too. You get into the screen resolution and new cameras. And the podcast.
I put a huge emphasis on that. And even because this is another thing, once you start embracing this technology, I've done it the expensive way where, hey, I'm going to buy the Amazon basic stuff and then go from there. And I work with people who know they want a podcast. They know they can monetize it, whether it be bringing more sales, exposure. Monetization of podcast doesn't mean you're going to get a sponsorship from Bubbly or something like that. It'd be nice to have that. Or I'm working on it. So Bubbly, if you're watching this, I just did a commercial for Bubbly. So I'd love to do that. But in all reality,
Daniel.
All right, Daniel, get out of here.
Throw him out.
This is what happens. People are like, "Hey, Garrin, I love watching you. You're so great, biggest fan." And then they ask stuff like that.
How in the world, Daniel?
I'm sorry.
Get out of here. It's carbonated water is what it is. Yes, I mean, it's just branded that way. They have do you guys know who Michael Bublé is? Do you know who Michael Bublé is? He sings all the Christmas carols and stuff like that.
You know Michael Bublé. He's like Frank Sinatra.
Okay, so
Michael Bublé. Yeah,
I touched his hand at a concert. Hey,
did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's from Vancouver and he does bubbly commercials. I am the budget. If somebody can't afford him, they buy me. Is what they do. I'm the poor version of Michael Bublé. So, and my last name's Bulani. So I do. The bubbly is kind of a tie off on the Bublé. It's where they do their marketing. So then they got Bublé, but then they got Bublani. My last name's Bulani, so you can get a Bublani. So I'm trying to get like an exclusive flavor, exclusive can by them. That is Bublani. So
that would be cool.
We're working on it. We're working on it. But actually, anyways, I
have some in the fridge downstairs, just so you know.
There you go. See, Jenny gets it. We'll make sure you get the average dude some carbonated water. It'll change your life, guy. Yeah.
I told you.
That's why I like to get around new people and get introduced to new products and things of this nature. That's fun.
Movies.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of going back to it, I put huge emphasis on the quality and stuff because it's my personal brand, and I know not a lot of people are willing to invest and do this. So, I mean, I can kind of show you all. This is my setup here as far as when I do remote producing and everything. So this is the MicroStudio. So Juno right now is on the MicroStudio when she's hanging out. Everything you see just goes in the podcast, MicroStudio in the bag, and then of course you got GB3 Studio. So the quick overview. So this is what I invested in over 2 years. So home studio, giving me being able to do a green screen. So I can do engaging presentations and virtual trainings that nobody else is really able to do unless you have a huge production studio. And I've developed something. You give me a 10 by 10 space and I can create Hollywood cinematics from the comfort of my home. So, and I'm very proud to say that because not a lot of people are in a position to be able to do that. I get a lot of slack because they say YouTube University. And I did spend a lot of time on YouTube teaching myself, but just because you teach yourself on YouTube doesn't mean the prerequisites are quicker or anything, right? You go to university, all I ever got was 1 hour a day, 3 days a week to finish Business 101. So it took 6 months to do. With YouTube, man, I can binge watch 8-10 hours and learn right down like I'm in school at my leisure. So you can really expedite and really speed up the learning process to become an educator in that space. So shout out to YouTube University. And that's the thing. I save people money and time. Please, anything I learned, you can find on YouTube. You can go to Amazon.
I say the same thing about, I mean, it might take me to YouTube, but I'm the Google queen. I am the Google queen. I'm going to Google the snot out of something. If I don't know how to do it, I'll learn how to do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of what I do. So I just helping people. I've spent all the money just as far as equipment that I know works short term, but now then this is why I emphasize quality, because you talk about brands that are reliable. They offer warranty. They offer support services, resale value. You talk about buying a Shure microphone. I talk about the Shure SM7B all the time. Top of the line microphone. This is stuff that Joe Rogan uses. Michael Jackson sang Thriller on this microphone. So you just think about the longevity. Technology, right? Remember how we're talking about how fast technology moves?
Yeah.
We're talking about a microphone that has been used for decades. The technology hasn't changed, and simplicity where you plug it in and it sounds beautiful. And then if there's a point where, hey, podcasting isn't for me anymore, it's very easy to resell a Shure SM7B as an aftermarket microphone, opposed to trying to sell an Amazon Basic that you can get for $20 kind of thing, right? So that's kind of the market that I work in. It's just like anything. It's like a boutique, right? I can go to Target, I can go to Walmart, I can get an okay outfit, or I can go to Jenny Wenny's boutique. You know what I mean? I can get that custom fit that nobody else has, right? That's kind of the market that I'm working in.
I would like to hear, Garrin, the first time I actually saw one of your videos, you were doing basically a commercial, a marketing video for your backpack. And so that's kind of a cool deal. How long does that take? Can you tell us about that product and how long it takes to set up, that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's really quick. And it's kind of funny because I actually did a live stream 2 days ago of it was a practice demonstration of what it would be like setting up this MicroStudio. So we're talking about 2 plugins to the computer. It's very simple. It seems like a lot as far as technology. However, the most of it is just proper placement of the technology and then having it plugged in. We have 3 USBs as far as what goes into the MicroStudio, entry level stuff. You can go as technology, you can go as crazy as you want, you can go as basic as you want. So all I want for people, and this is just my solution, because I knew there was going to be a point where, hey, I'm going to get asked to leave. How do I take all of this with me while still being able to maintain this quality that I put such emphasis on?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Boom.
MicroStudio. When it's time to go, grab your MicroStudio, everything you want in the bag, and then I am your personal instructor. I will teach you how to use everything. I will teach you what products you can invest in to ensure it fits in the bag and all those kind of fun stuff. So the bag is just going to give you the ability to take whatever equipment you want with you. If you want my guidance and my expertise is what equipment you can buy, I will help you out with that. However, I'm not going to be the one to sit here and say, hey, what's the cheapest option? I'm going to give you the best value packages, best bang for your buck, to where you're not having to upgrade in the next 2 years, right? Yeah. Technology moves quick, stuff changes and stuff like that, right? So talk about an investment and wanting to do this. MicroStudio is your place to do that, but also remote producers. We talk about the job market, the ability. People invest in a GB3 Elite is what I'm going to call this package, where it's going to give you the ability to be a remote producer. I can go to Jenny Wenny's I can go to your boutique. Mm-hmm. I can give me a table, Jenny. Give me 15 minutes. I'll set everything else up. Let's do a podcast. Let's do this. I'll do it for you. I'll take it back to my studio. I'll edit it for you, and I'll send it to you so you can post on your socials. Outsourcing. Ooh. There's people, right? When you're really busy as a business owner, and this is where I am at. I'm at a very awkward stage where I'm doing way too much. I need to start delegating, but I need to get finance. Yeah. And that's the biggest issue I think with business owners is they're scared to delegate, where I don't mind delegating. I want to delegate to the point, like what you talked about, is so I can do edits. I love editing. It's fun. It's calming for me. Some people play Call of Duty. I like to edit videos and stuff. So I want to be able to give myself enough time where I can host shows like this and I can edit it. I don't want to talk to Instagram. Instagram. I don't want to post.
They all just drop.
I'm talking shit about them over here. But the thing is, there's so much. I don't like social media as being as a younger individual, but I know the power of social media. So I'm going to outsource that to develop my brand so I can do fun things like that. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. I know I go on tangents. This is the thing. I get the mic away.
Hey, that's what it's all about. I love a good tangent.
Do you do TikTok at all?
I do TikTok. I do. And it's funny because I actually did a case study last month. And there was no strategy. All I did was take all of my live. We talk about repurposing content. I have too much content. I looked at my files, and this is disgusting how much live streams that I have that I don't repurpose content. I just create more content. So I started editing my live streams. My goal was to do 10 uploads per day, 10 TikToks a day for the April 1st to 30th. I failed because there was a lot, but I'm looking April 14th, I did 96 TikToks. April 10th, I did 27. April 5th, 30. So I did a lot. And the hashtag Garrin Bulani went from April 1st to 0 views to April 27th to about 43,000 views on my videos. What that doesn't mean sales. But all that means is 42,000 people within the last 27 days in some way, shape, or form saw my stupid face, saw my video. They're starting to get familiarized with Garrin Bulani. So I'm doing TikTok, but I would like to outsource on that because organic reach on TikTok is bananas. It's crazy how much
that's the thing. And that I know this is, I'm bringing up my daughter. She's 18, but
but they get it.
She's like, Mom, I want people to follow me organically. She had 2 million views. It's had 2 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's
crazy. Yeah. They quoted her in a blog. She is known for, she loves Marvel. She loves everything Marvel, comics, Iron Man, you name it, she knows it, And so it's like
passionate.
She's passionate about it.
And that's what that's why we can't avoid TikTok. This is why I love LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional network. However, you looked at LinkedIn as a social platform. A lot of the older generation that are retiring or have been in their careers for a really long time, I'm positioning myself to where all these little TikTokers are going to need jobs soon. They're going to need some guidance in a professional manner. And you think about the younger generation, the concept of, and I'm not steering anybody away from university. I think you should go if you write whatever it is, but there's going to be a certain percentage that realize, hey, I got 2 million on TikTok. Fuck, I need to go to university to learn about business 101. Right. And so this is what's crazy is you can go onto LinkedIn. There's professional live streamers and there's individuals who are willing to teach and educate. I can teach a business 101 course. Trust me, I can. Right. And you do that. And I put that into a live stream and you can get learning at a fraction of the cost kind of thing. So those individuals are going to need a job for us. So I'm just positioning myself in the next 10 years. All these little TikTokers, when they want to come onto LinkedIn, they're going to find friends Garrin Bulani. You know what I mean? Hopefully.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great idea. Let me ask you this, Garrin. Do you like personally doing like a traditional podcast, either as the host or the guest, not a stream, not a live deal, but a traditional podcast?
Just audio?
Just audio.
Yeah, of course I would. I think that's a great way as far as content creation. The reason why I didn't do that is just because there's a bazillion podcasters. There's a lot of people put emphasis on audio, and audio is very, very important. There's not a lot of people teaching the aspects of video and how to create a beautiful picture and for that. So I want to be in that space. So anytime there's audio, and that's what's crazy about MicroStudio too, it can be an audio MicroStudio. You can get two Shure SM7Bs in here. You can get an audio interface, and then you can plug in, you can do an audio podcast. It doesn't have to be visual all the time, but I think any sort of content creation that you can do is amazing. Why I like video is just because it brings a different dynamic. We think about sales, and you get this, Daniel, is you can do phone sales. Phone sales is hard because you can't really, we talk about facial expressions. And you got the eyebrows, man. This is why all the ladies love you, because you got the beautiful eyebrows. You just get mesmerized. Or it's like, oh my God, right? So you don't get that when it's just audio. So it just brings a completely different dynamic, and it brings sales as a whole. That's why you can do phone sales, or you can do door-to-door sales, or you can do in-person sales, right? It's all different dynamics and brings different advantages. So I'm all about the audio podcast, but I'm a video guy, so I'm gonna teach video, but I will do audio podcasts.
Gotcha.
Do you carry the same, like you said, the microphone you use, it's tried and true. Okay. So if you were to go out with your mobile, do you have the same type in there? Like
definitely. Yeah. So I can detach this one. I have another microphone in here. So my studio, I've developed this so I can actually host guests into my studio, and I can do my own personal live stream. So I can take these microphones, I can put it into the bag, and then I have a different audio interface that I plug it in. Michael May in the house. What's up, Michael? I got to give a shout out to Michael May. This is another thing when we talk about content creation and longevity. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, professionals move careers all the time. And if you can leave a good impression with your current workers, existing people, there's going to be an opportunity where they go to a different position. Like, man, what the hell's Garrin up to lately? And then they come and view me, and they still see, I'm doing the video marketing and stuff. So it gives you an opportunity so there's another beneficial thing when it comes to live streaming and exposure and all that stuff. Yes, so I do take all my equipment with me. This is another thing, because I'm not going to go buy new sets of these microphones. I just unplug the XLR cable, I untwist the cable here, and then I take it with me, and then I plug it all in, kind of thing. So, and then I'll have custom inserts for the bag itself. So there's specific spots for all of this equipment, because it's expensive stuff, right? Like I don't want to be walking around and open up and my camera's broken, right? So the case is designed to protect all of your investment. We'll do this, so I don't have to turn my back. We'll get the promo. Put it in the backpack, all certain. It's all organized and everything like that too. It's carry-on approved. And this is about a 30-pound bag, 25 to 30-pound bag. So my dad told me it was too heavy. Nobody's going to want to transport it, but I mean, too bad.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, like Daniel and I, we've been talking about, we're going to start going around locally, just because there's so many people. Okay. So would you use that same type though of 100%. Microphone?
Yeah, I can. And this is what's crazy is when you go to MicroStudio.design, I'm going to have preset packages where it's going to be, hey, MicroStudio audio. You click buy, and everything will just show up in the bag for you. And then there'll be a pre-designated training that you come onto my website for, and it's going to be, hey, Jenny Wenny, thank you so much for buying MicroStudio. I'm your host. I'm going to walk you through step by step on how you can set this up, and it'll be a recorded video so you can go back and learn on it, and you can, what I mean?
That's cool.
The equipment is only as good as you know how to use it. There's no sense of people investing in all this equipment you don't know how to use it. Like how terrible is that, right? I want people to use this equipment. And you talk about going local. This is what I'm talking about. Not everybody's going to want to invest this kind of money. So you just need one person in a local area. And if you want, you can charge for that. People will pay for you to do a podcast for them and produce it and edit it for them. They will. I've had people ask me all the time. And this is why I talk about the job force. Anybody who has comfortable outsourcing and being in sales, invest in MicroStudio in whatever way, shape, or form, and you can upgrade. Maybe you just want to start with audio to see if you catch traction. Oh, boom, catching traction. I have a book of business now. Now I can go to that book of business, but hey, I actually have a new feature with my MicroStudio. We can do visual for you. Would you like to add the video package for you? It only costs X dollars more per month. Video? Yeah, sure. Okay. Right. So it's really fun. So we got Fonjoy.
Awesome. Yeah, helping people get started. That's such a big deal. Getting that first one under your belt.
It's, you just got to do it. So and that's the thing. A lot of people, technology can be scary, but if you have the proper instructor, if you have somebody who knows what they're talking about and can answer questions quickly for you, this is the thing about remote producing. And even all of this, as I'm talking and I'm bantering, I'm monitoring my audio. I'm making sure that, it's not freezing and all of this kind of fun stuff. Yeah. So the best live streamers and the best producers are the ones that can troubleshoot the fastest. If you can troubleshoot fast.
You're aware of the comments too, I mean, and you bring it in and bring it out without having to take time. I don't know. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it was funny too, because there was, when I first started doing this, people thought I had a moderator and I had somebody doing everything for me, and it took a couple months for people to realize. In my LinkedIn live shows, I host the LinkedIn wish list. I'm doing that all myself. It's all me in here in the studio and kind of running this stuff. So once people start, it's like, oh man, there's G in here and Juno. That's all the people. It's like, yeah, man, I just want to emphasize to people, you can do this. You just got to teach yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love the way Juno is like looking adoringly.
Yeah, she's sweetheart.
Like, she's like, please, can these Southern people go away?
No, man, she's a huge fan of you too. She's a Wooford Terrier. So she's all about that. Go
Somebody
Terriers, right, Juno?
Hey, Juno really perked up when you said TikTok. Her eyes went.
Oh yeah, and also when you see putty cats too, Juno, there's kitty cats. Yeah, there's kitty cats. You don't like putty cats, I know. She's a very typical dog. You see a putty cat with her, she will not like that. But yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Listen, we're approaching 2 million people on this stream, and I want both of you to give an opportunity. Just if they want to find the Jenny Wenny Boutique, or if they want to see the average Joe, I know you have a lot of audio stream. Where can we find you?
The only way to find the average, well, if you type in the average dude in Google, I think that goes to Conversations with the Average Dude, which is my audio only podcast.
Okay.
And then of course I'm on LinkedIn, and yeah, that's it. The Average Dude. Yep.
Average Dude. I like that. Where did Average Dude come from? Because listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do a quick for the fans. Hang on a second. You can be an average Joe, you can be an average dude, but that doesn't mean you can't do extraordinary things. And the average dude right here, he's doing extraordinary things. So you can be average, but you can also do extraordinary things while you're being average. So there's my plug. So where did the average dude come from?
It's a great thought, and something that I'm kind of trying to bring together and put together where it helps other people. It's a mindset, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I am an average guy, but like you say, I can take extraordinary types of action and get in the game, right?
I love it. I love it. So we'll find the podcast, Jenny Wenny. Where do we find your boutique? How do we find that we're on Instagram? What's your Instagram handle?
A Boutique, ABOUTIQUE, A Boutique SC, because my corporate name is A Boutique Sassy and Chic Inc. So, or it could be A Boutique SC for South Carolina.
South Carolina. That's what I was going to be my guess.
Yeah. Right? So that way, and the same thing on Facebook.
And we'll start bumping up your LinkedIn too, because I think there's a lot of opportunity for you to network on.
I'm going to do something.
Yeah, especially we need that fashionista in the LinkedIn algorithm and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. Because not everybody shows up in a stream looking like us, right? We got to start. People think they work from home, they can chill. Not GB3 Studio, it's virtual professionalism. You know what it is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got perfect hair, so come on.
I know. I do. It is a little nappy. I do got to get a quick fade and a lineup, but I'll get that next week, kind of thing. But I appreciate that. I'm 5'10", but I'm 6 feet when I have my hair done. So
I love it.
Yeah. So we're at the 3-minute mark. This is super fun. We got June on the house. We got Jenny Wenny. We got the average dude. This is fun. What do y'all think about this stream? I don't even know if we talked about anything in specific. We just bantered. That's what I love about when you come into GB3 Studios. That's what I love about the live stream.
That I was able to teach you before, Garrin, about what a prop plane is. Okay.
Yeah, that was also funny because I was watching that stream, and then when the light bulb popped off for you, I'm like, it popped off for me too. I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, kind of thing.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Also, and I'm glad that if my Southern accent can calm down your ADD.
Sometimes I try to talk Southern like that because I love a slang. I say I'm up in Canada, so I sound like a Canada goose. So I'd like to have a nice slang, but that's the thing. I can listen to that. I'm trying to find a nice Southern belle. Just bring me some lemonade and talk nice to me. But listen, I'm gonna. Me and Juno, we're gonna because we have to go see the Wooford Terriers. We obviously have to go there, and we have to get some gear and stuff like that. So when I'm down there, we'll bring MicroStudio. We'll chop it up and we'll do this. And that's the thing where I'm in a unique situation up in Canada where I'm a high risk to travel and I can't go anywhere on a plane or a train, so I got to drive. Yeah. South Carolina, a little far of a drive, but when this country gets all that stuff figured out, I'll be on the road and kind of doing that fun stuff.
Looking forward to it, Garrin.
Yeah. Hey, I know. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give y'all. Let me give you both a little outro. We'll do this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MicroStudio. Pump it up. We got Juno. We got the average dude. We got Jenny ready. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. If you want to tune in, just hang out backstage. I'll do my little outro, and then we'll have some fun. Thank you, Jenny Wenny. Thank you, Average Dude. Baby Juno. You already know, ladies and gentlemen, this is MicroStudio. I'm your host, Garrin Bulani. We do it big. We're doing it different in the studio. All I ask, if you had fun, if you found value, if you enjoyed this show, tell a friend. Because I ain't joining no engagement groups, and I can only do so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Have y'all self a wonderful day. Don't you know,